Welcome to this short video on fire emergency management in apartments. We will cover the following topics today. In order to fight fire and prevent mishaps caused by the same, we need to first understand fire. Fire can be begun or continued only with the help of the following three components along with chemical reaction involving them. These components are heat, fuel, and an oxidizing agent, which is usually oxygen. Firefighting is all about depriving the fire of one or more of the above components, mostly by using the right kind of extinguishants such as water, chemical powders, gases like carbon dioxide. And that is exactly what the firefighting equipments do. What if you encountered a fire in your kitchen? First, if you have a home fire extinguisher available, you may immediately invoke and put out the fire. These extinguishers will work on most types of home fire. If you don't have an extinguisher and if the cooking pans are on fire, quickly cover pan with a lid or with a wet towel and this will extinguish the fire. Never, I repeat, never ever throw water into the oil fire. What if your furniture is on fire? If it's a small-time fire, you may try to put it out immediately by pouring water as long as there's no electric point nearby. If there are electric points or appliances nearby, immediately switch off your mains or MCB and do not forget to turn off your UPS or inverter as well. If the fire is not put out with water, immediately move out of the room with other occupants and locate the fire alarm nearby. Use the little hammer to break open the glass to trigger the fire alarm. Never ever re-enter the house or take time to collect your valuables. In a matter of seconds, smoke could fill the room and sometimes the fire could result in explosions. If the thick smoke is already present at your home or corridor, keep as low to the floor as possible or crawl out so that you don't inhale the poisonous smoke. If you are aware and confident of operating the common class foot extinguisher, please go ahead and use it. In addition, you could also use the hose reel, which is available on all floors in CG. Remember, Class B extinguishers are useful only for common fire where there's no electrical or oil fire. The alarm that is set off would have alerted our security personnel and fire wardens who will rush to the spot now. They will accordingly inform other residents via our announcement system and if required call the fire station. In the case of an uncontrollable fire, after raising the alarm, you have to briskly walk down the stairs and go to a safe place, typically the marked assembly area in the ground floor. If you notice locking fire on your way down and if alternate staircases are blocked as well, walk up to the roof and wait for help to arrive. It is a lot easier to control and put out the fire if it's in the first stage, i.e., the ignition stage. If you notice fire in the critical or blaze stage, it is already out of control. Critical stages can be controlled only by the firemen and fire engines. And in the case of blaze stage, even they are helpless. They can only try to stop the fire from spreading to nearby areas. Our apartment complex is equipped with advanced firefighting system. All our living areas are equipped with Class A fire extinguishers, whereas the basement and electrical/pump rooms have Class B, C or combinations of these three. The entire basement has fire sprinklers installed that trigger automatically at a temperature of 68 degrees caused by any fire or overheating. We have wet risers all around the building and near the ducts that can send water all the way up to the 6th floor, and these are powered by motor pumps that automatically kicks in on opening the wet riser valves. The hose reels for home firefighting is available in every floor of each block. The wet riser and hose reels are supplied with 100,000 liters of water in the overhead tanks. The cluster of 4 dry riser inlets helps in replenishing our firefighting system with additional water from fire tenders, if required. The public announcement system with centralized control panel and distributed fire alarm units complete our firefighting infrastructure. Our complex has 3 fire exit stairs per block running all the way from the 6th floor to the basement. The fire engines have access all around our building, and the fire engines, if required, can pump up to 200,000 liters of water from our swimming pool. We have a comprehensive annual maintenance contract AMC for maintaining our fire systems and refilling extinguishers. We have 3 classes of fire extinguishers in our apartment complex. These are sometimes available in combinations of 2 or 3 classes. Class A extinguishers are to be used for common fire on cloth, paper, cardboard, wood furniture and most plastics. This is what's commonly seen in our corridors and living areas. A Class B type of extinguisher is for fire caused by oil, petrol, kerosene, grease, tar, etc. Class C is used for fighting fire on electrical appliances, wiring, circuit breakers, etc. It is usually found in combination with Class B or A and B. Operating an extinguisher is fairly easy. Basically, there are 2 types of knobs that you have to watch out for: the full release type and controlled release type, regardless of their content. The full release type empties all its content in one single operation, while the controlled type can be used multiple times using the control levers or valves. Most full release types have their knobs shaped like the one in the picture, and they use a safety clip. Operating a full release extinguisher involves removing the safety clip from below its knob. Hold the hose, hit the knob to release the content, and direct the hose towards the fire base. Please remember to attack the base of the fire and not the flame. To operate control-type extinguishers, first remove the safety pin, direct the outlet towards the fire and away from you. Turn the valve anti-clockwise or press lever depending on the model. Release as much as you need and close after the fire is put out. A wet riser is firefighting mechanism that comprises of automatic motor pump sets, lockable male-female connector set and a flexi hose with a brass nozzle. It can pump water up to significant heights depending on the power of the pump sets. In order to use a wet riser, first unfold a heavy-duty cloth-made flexi hose and connect it to the outlet. Now one person has to hold the nozzle in a locking position using both hands as shown in the video. Hold it tight as some amount of recoil has to be expected while using a wet riser. Another person can now remove the safety key and turn the valve anti-clockwise. The water will be instantly pumped thanks to the auto start motors connected to a wet riser system. Now over to hose reels. A hose reel has to be the easiest of all firefighting mechanisms. It is nothing but a long rubber hose wound on a bobbin. In order to use it, you just need to unwind the hose, turn the valve to anti-clockwise direction and start using it just like a garden hose. Hose reels release water mostly at the same pressure as other tacks, as there is no pumping involved.